Now, last month, we saw a huge spike in the number of active measles cases right here in the U.S., with more than 100 new instances of the highly contagious virus, 91 in California alone. Now, in an interview with NBC News, President Obama said there's a very simple solution to the latest outbreak.
I understand that there are families that in some cases are concerned about the effect of vaccinations. The science is, pretty indisputable. We've looked at this again and again. There is every reason to get vaccinated. There aren't reasons to not get vaccinated.
Are you telling parents you should get your kids vaccinated?
You should get your kids vaccinated.
All right, joining me now with reaction, Fox News Medical A-Team's Dr. Marc Siegel and the director of the Path Medical Foundation and the author of Younger Brain, Sharper Mind, Dr. Eric Braverman. By the way, they're both good friends. Governor Christie actually said parents should have the choice. Now, I got my kids vaccinated, but I believe parents should have the choice.
Yeah, well, there's really a crisis in American pediatrics. No one's doing 33 vaccine shots. They're just not doing it, and they're over-reliance on the vaccine to prevent disease. People need a universal vaccine and adaptation where we get down from 33 vaccines to 1, 2 that are specifically on the immune system. There has to be a way to reduce the number of immunizations to get to a common mechanism. That's the future. The key is that people will not do it.
To 1?
Eventually.
I think Dr. Braverman is doing what's very common on the show here, a bait and switch. I want to talk about the MMR vaccine. Let's talk about what the issue is here, which is measles is reemerging because parents, 13,000 of them last year, took exemptions, most of them in the state of California. That's a disgrace because this vaccine is 99% effective, and measles is incredibly contagious, the most contagious virus known to man. It can cause side effects. So what do we have to do? We have to vaccinate. Should it be mandatory? No, it shouldn't be. But Sean, if your kid is going to school and that kid is unvaccinated and some kid in that school, God forbid,
so you're saying if they decide not to vaccinate, then you can't go to public school?
Well, that's what should be debated, because what if there's a kid in the school that has HIV that can't get
but this is not so.
The vaccine?
In Disneyland, you learn that vaccines don't always work because many people got the measles. Kids got
that
the measles.
Had been vaccinated.
Right, and the reason why is because we're forgetting the age-old truth: brain, emotions, junk food, heat in Disneyland.
All right, let me
ask this, set up for infection.
What about the mercury inside of, I guess, these vaccines?
Right.
People claim autism connection. Yes or no?
Don't believe it. And the reality is there's many ways to get autism as there is to get dementia. It has to do with alcoholism, drugs by kids, head trauma, pediatric
MMR vaccine is incredibly safe. It's never been shown to be connected to autism. By the way, to Eric's point, 99% effective. Over time, it can wear off in 10% of cases. So if you or I were going to Disneyland, Sean, we should be checked. Maybe we're not immune anymore. Let's get the vaccine.
Sanitation is still more important than any vaccine. We cannot rely just on vaccines to have a healthy society.
I'm not trusting President Obama to tell me whether to vaccinate my kids.
This vaccine decreased the rate of deaths from measles by 75% over 13 years in the world.
We got to roll.